Good afternoon, everyone. Once again, my name is Mary Thomas Meyer, and I'm the Commuter Program Specialist at commute.org. We are the Transportation Demand Management Agency for San Mateo County. We're located between San Francisco and Silicon Valley, so you can imagine we have plenty of commuters to offer programs and services to. But the one I'll be talking about today is the Carpool Reward Program. Before I begin, just some context. San Mateo County has express lanes coming to US 101, which is a major freeway that runs up and down the peninsula. In order to ride in the lane toll-free, one must be in a carpool of at least 3 people, including the driver. The project is scheduled to be completed in 2022, but in the summer of 2018, our funding agency approached us wanting to create a program that would encourage more carpooling in order to prepare people now for the express lanes. So this is how Carpool 2.0 was born. Carpool 2.0 was the sequel to commute.org's previous carpool incentive program, which was a one-time $50 gas card that was mailed to people after they submitted an application online. When we were thinking about the new program, we knew we wanted to transition away from that old system. At that point, we had our Ride Amigos platform called STAR, which stands for Support, Track, and Reward. We've been using STAR for a few years, so it was the natural home for the new program. In October 2018, when we launched Carpool 2.0, we set up an incentive program on the platform through which people could claim a $25 e-gift card for every 10 days that they carpooled to or from San Mateo County. They could do this up to 4 times for a total of $100. Only trips that were tracked through the Ride Amigos Commute Tracker app, as well as Scoop and Waze through the connected app option, counted for the reward. People had to claim the reward on their end on the platform, but they didn't get the reward right away. We had to approve or deny their claims, and we controlled reward distribution through Tango Card, which is an e-gift card delivery service. To promote the program, we relied heavily on social media and our monthly e-newsletters, but we also used digital billboards and direct mailers to residents. We also promoted 2.0 at outreach events at employer sites. In the spring of 2019, when we hosted our annual symposium for employers in the region, which we called our pool party because we focused on carpooling and van pooling, that gave us another opportunity to talk about Carpool 2.0. Then in the fall of 2019, we did a midweek carpool challenge. If commuters carpooled on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, they were entered to win a $900 vacation package. Only Scoop and Waze trips counted, which was to prepare people for a program change that I will discuss a little later on. The carpool, or the midweek carpool challenge, brought new attention to Carpool 2.0, but it also brought back users who may have gotten the $100 a few months before the challenge, but since left STAR because they already got their reward. To assess the program and measure results, we used reports from Ride Amigos as well as a quarterly survey that we sent out to people who received at least one $25 reward from us. As you can see, we rewarded over 1,900 carpoolers. For comparison, our previous carpool incentive program rewarded just under 200 carpoolers in the year leading up to when we launched Carpool 2.0. The percentages that you see on the right screen are survey results, and the statistics that you see on the left side are taken from the Ride Amigos platform. The impact statistics are not only helpful for our reporting purposes, but they're also great for users because they can see their personal stats on their end. People said that they liked seeing them, and I think it's a really important feature because it provides immediate feedback to users about their commute choices, and it encourages them to keep up the good behavior. These 3 graphs pretty much all say the same thing. The trend is the same across the board. You can see that carpool activity on STAR really took off after we launched Carpool 2.0 in the late 2018. So at the end of the program, we reflected, and there were quite a few lessons that we learned. First and foremost, e-gift card distribution is far superior to mailing physical cards. Tango Card made it easy to administer rewards at the scale that we needed. In addition, because the program was fairly complex, a high-touch customer service experience was required. We had a lot of commuters with a lot of questions about how to join the program and how to get the rewards. So we had to be ready and available to answer all of their questions in a timely manner. Scoop and Waze, because you can connect your account to the Ride Amigos platform for automatic trip tracking, are great for getting validated data, but we had to be prepared to handle any technical issues, in addition to offer additional communication to users about how to get the connection set up. We noticed that employers promoting the program to their employees was crucial for getting people to participate in the program. A lot of our program participants came from employers who we knew were heavily promoting 2.0. And then a final thing that we noticed was that Carpool 2.0 was successful in bringing many new users to the STAR platform, which in turn had a positive effect on the participation in the other programs that we offer on STAR. So we kept these lessons in mind when we were thinking about what would come after Carpool 2.0. We were fortunate to secure funding to continue a Carpool reward program, but we knew we wanted to make some changes for 2020. Our current Carpool reward program is very similar in structure. We're still offering 4 $25 e-gift cards for 40 days of carpooling. All carpoolers are eligible, even if they got the full 100 from us through the 2.0 program in 2019. And we decided to do this in order to encourage people to continue carpooling and hopefully become champions of the program who go out and tell their friends and coworkers about it. It's happened 1 or 2 times with me. I've gotten into a Waze carpool only to have my partner tell me about a carpool rewards program offered by commute.org, to which I say, oh, really? I think I've heard of it. The major change that we made for the 2020 program was that we're now only accepting Scoop and Waze trips. The validated data that we get from third-party apps makes approving claims a lot easier. We're also taking advantage of a few Ride Amigos features, including the digital inventory tool, which allows us to set up an automated email that users get as soon as they claim their reward. It's a confirmation message saying that we got their claim and that it can take up to a week before they get their reward. We're now also using geo networks, so only users who live or work in San Mateo County can join and participate in the program. This has cut down on the number of claims that I've had to deny because people don't meet that certain criteria for the program. And then a final resource that we added to our toolbox was a how-to video created by our very talented AmeriCorps fellow in the office that explains the process for participating in the program. And quickly, before we turn it over to questions, I just want to say thank you to Ride Amigos for the platform that makes this all possible. And thank you for inviting us to talk about the program today. I wanted to say thank you to commute.org staff for their support, and thank you listeners for your attention. I'm ready for questions.
Good, because we've got some. Several questions, actually. The first that I'm going to start off with, this is from Peter Williamson in San Luis Obispo. Peter is asking, did you offer these regional incentives to commuters that may also have existing paid commuter benefits from their employers?
Absolutely. People are welcome to double dip. If they already get an incentive or subsidy from their employees, they're more than welcome to join the Carpool Reward program on our platform.
Great, and we've got a couple of questions around the where the funding is sourced for the Carpool 2.0 program. So could you share a little bit about that?
Sure. So when you register your car in the state of California, you pay a fee, and that goes to a transportation fund for clean air. Our funding agency, the City County Association of Governments of San Mateo County, gets these funds and puts them towards programs that address emissions from the transportation sector. So since 2.0 aimed to take cars off the road, it qualified for these funds, and that's where the funding came from.
Awesome. This is a question from Teresa. Teresa asks, did you survey later on to see if people continued carpooling after the promotion was done? And do you see people still tracking trips after they've earned the maximum amount, or does that seem to drop off?
We did ask in our survey if people can plan to continue carpooling after they got the $100, and a majority of the respondents said yes. And then at the end of 2019, when we closed out the program, I looked to see how many of our participants kept tracking trips, and about 60% kept tracking carpool trips. And that was before we really kicked off the 2020 program. So I imagine a lot of people came back for the 2020 program, but I haven't checked it yet.
Great. Well, the last question I've got for you here, I think is something that many of us are asking ourselves and each other. With all of us working remotely, what has commute.org done to keep up engagement and interest during this strange time we find ourselves in?
Yes, so actually today was supposed to be the first day of our annual commuter challenge, which we do every spring. We decided to dial that back and focus more on telecommuting. And so we are just doing a spring promotion, kind of less intense as our normal spring challenge, but we did do a monthly newsletter focusing on telecommuting, telling people how they can log their telecommutes on the STAR platform and letting them know that they can still earn rewards for it.
Thank you, Mary, for all of the great work that you and your San Mateo colleagues are doing. It's been really exciting to see the way that your programs have evolved over the years, and we can't wait to see next year at CommuteCon and beyond what great successes you have in the future.
Thank you, Matt.